What's up, guys? Hey, this is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And in the month of May, I set a goal out to write as many policies as I possibly could. Actually, my goal was 100 policies in 1 month. I got caught up with a lot of contracting things in the month. I only ended up with about half of that. We sold just a little bit over 50. Actually, the actual number was 52 Medicare Advantage or Medicare Supplement applications just by my own pen over the course of the month. It was much short of the target. We had some very unexpected contracting situations that came up over the course of the month. It was just a crazy month. So I was short of my goal, and I'm cool to own it. I'm probably going to do the challenge again or in another month this year. It has to be outside of AEP, just to show you guys that you can write business in the off season. To talk a little bit about what we were able to do. So we did a lot of direct mail orders with a couple of different vendors. Probably spent about $3 or $4 grand on direct mail for this particular 30-day challenge. We also did a fairly substantially large custom calling campaign with Lead Heroes where they were doing preset appointments for me personally for Medicare supplement replacements and things like that. And then, guys, we just got a lot. We just feasted off of our referrals and warm market and leads that came in through content marketing. So it was a mixture of those things and just our regular traffic. And I think we had a pretty good month. Fell short of the target, but I felt like it was still substantial enough to make a video and include some clips for you guys of me talking to clients on the phone and just going through stuff over the course of the month. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you're inspired, and I hope you guys can kind of see what's possible. And you can very well write a lot more business than this in a month than I personally did. I guess there are a lot of things going on between 2 YouTube channels, a podcast, agents, company, employees, everything like that. If I didn't have any of that, I think I very well could have written 100. I was on a good groove. So anyway, guys, without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. Before we get into it, though, got to talk to you guys about my favorite telemarketing lead company, and that is Lead Heroes. Guys, Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, whether it be final expense leads, Medicare supplement leads, turn 65 leads. They just got something for everybody. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. The link to their website can be found down in the description, as well as the coupon code, so go ahead and check them out. Without further ado, hope you guys enjoy these clips of the month of May, for me personally, as an agent for Christian Brindle. Enjoy. Yeah. Well, they're doing great this year. They're doing fantastic this year, aren't they? So who's your favorite player for the team right now? Do you like Donovan or do you like Gobert? Yeah. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Well, they've made us proud this year as, Utahns, if that's a word. But yeah, I mean, the other nice part about this is a lot of the people that are probably reaching out to you are probably from out of state. They're probably from all over the place. We're local. We're local. We're probably 15 minutes from you. And so I think there's something to be said about working with somebody that's local. No, we're actually in Sandy. Maybe we're a little farther than 15 minutes, maybe 25, 30 minutes, but... Oh, that far. I didn't realize that. I thought you were a little closer. But yeah, okay, so we are local though. And I think there's something to be said about somebody that is in the area, because I feel like we're a lot of times gonna have our ear much closer to the ground than maybe a lot of other organizations that are out of state, and a lot of times out of state organizations won't have every insurance company as well, because they'll have the big name ones. They won't have the local ones. And I feel like sometimes the local ones are a better fit for people. It just depends on what somebody's situation is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my outlook is this, like you shouldn't be hearing about this plan from me. You should already have heard about it from him. That's the way that I'm looking at it, and like with our clients and customers, if I always tell people that if you haven't heard about a plan from me, it's probably because I feel like you're on the best plan. But if there is a plan that comes up that's available. Perfect. Okay. I just gotta. We can definitely get it started for you and have it start the 1st of June. And finishing up an app. I know it's a paper app, but I'm finishing up an app. Just getting this one in, trying to hit this target. We'll see what we can do here. Perfect. Well, here's the good news. He's in this plan's network. I was able to find him pretty quickly. And any specialists that you're seeing? Leiniger. Is it Kirk Leiniger? Perfect. Okay, so I found him on Google just because I don't trust my spelling. Right, right. Well, a lot of times with doctors too, more than anything. I mean, doctors have some of the most interesting names. Right. Well, and it really is. It seems like sometimes they just make up the names. I'm like, okay, that really can't be your name, can it? And it always is. All right, I have Dr. Leiniger in the network also. Kimberly Petty, is that what you said? Is that like someone's being petty, like Petty? Oh, PTTI, got it. Interesting. Right. They can't, yeah, that's right. All right, there we go. Oh, could it be Pettit? Pettit? Oh, got it. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I got that right. Sometimes doctors have very similar names too to another doctor, and so I can be looking at a totally different doctor. Yes. I've been working with this stuff since I was 20. And so I had to learn very quickly all about doctors and their names and all this stuff. Okay, so oh, good. That does make me feel better. Okay, so I have Kimberly Pettit in the network also. Are any others that you see? No, you're fine. Oh, I do. I very much do. Right, right. I mean, well, the main thing is the last thing I ever want is for you to have to change a doctor. That is the number one most important thing to me. That's why I wanted to check any doctors that you see. And I appreciate the opportunity to work with you, and I appreciate your business. And anything I can ever do for you, I mean it. Give me a call. Let us know. We'll be here, and oh, certainly. That's fine. That's perfect. That's perfectly fine. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. My service is ongoing. So, right, right. I can look up providers like that. So if you have any, if you find the card, give me, just let me know, and I'll look it up for you, and I can confirm it for you or not. All right. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Like I said, the network is pretty vast, so it shouldn't be an issue. But if you find the card, let me know and we'll double check it. All right, Diane. Well, thank you for spending so much time with me, and it was great to get to talk with you and kind of get acquainted. And yeah, I look forward to working with you. Okay. It'll work. It'll do a good job for you on that. I think it's going to be a really good thing, and like I said, very, very low risk. So I'm looking forward to it for you. And so here's the thing. This person's very skeptical. It's a DSNP client. You got to do what you can do to make them laugh, make them smile. I'm really, really good at that. Not to try to toot my own horn, but if you can connect with them in that level, then you have a chance. Just walked off the phone with a DSNP sale. Was able to double her dental benefit. A great situation for her to be in. She really needs the dental coverage. All her doctors are covered. Prescriptions look good. Yeah. Day 2. Whew. All right, just starting week 2 of the challenge. So last week was good. Not quite good enough for us to get to our goal. So here's to starting a new week, Monday morning, week 2. I'm Christian, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't properly introduce myself. Come on back, folks. Take a seat and make yourself at home. Well, how are things? Everything going good?
Yeah.
Good.
What a picture.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the frame around it. I haven't gotten there yet, but I had a picture back there previously. So we do a lot of online educational Medicare videos.
Mm-hmm.
As boring as that sounds, right? But we had this big banner behind it, and it was we did a web show of it and everything, and then we started moving that into the back, and now we have a video room and things like that. So I had to take that down, and it just looked so bare. I was I got to put something back there. I have somebody I've been talking to about just coming in and putting the frame around it for me. I think it'll look better, but it's a work in progress. Yeah, I'm not.
Do you know where the picture is of? What city?
New York City.
New York?
Yeah, New York City.
I haven't. I've been to New York 45 times, so I'm looking for a building that looks familiar, and there's the one with the green steeple there.
Yeah, when I first saw the picture, I couldn't tell what city it was either, but I had to ask them. I was like, "What city is this?" And they said New York City. I was like, "Huh." It doesn't. I mean, it looks like it could be a lot of different places.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I think I like the way that it looks, but I'll be happier once we get the frame around it. But
cool.
So turning 65, right?
August 7th.
So your birthday is very close to mine. Mine's the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, are you a Leo?
Mm-hmm.
We're both Leos then. We'll get along. So one thing that I was kind of thinking what we could accomplish today is remind me something, Cindy. Are you drawing off Social Security?
No.
Okay. So the first thing is I kind of wanted to go over the process, talk about kind of what your options are. So Marv, you have a Medicare Advantage plan currently, if I remember right, or do you have a
We didn't have I just have the supplemental. On Medicare, then I have Blue Cross.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think I looked it wrong. So you have a supplement plan right now with Blue Cross, the Plan G, right?
Yeah. Whatever. I'm not sure.
So there's 2 different ways a person can go with their Medicare, really. And in my opinion, I think that there's definitely strengths and weaknesses, positives and negatives, and all that stuff. So what I thought maybe what we could accomplish today, and we can kind of go about it any way that you wish. We can. Sometimes I'll sit down with somebody when their spouse is aged in first, and they'll be like, I like their plan, I like the way it works, I just want to do the same thing. Other people come in and they say, no, I want to know what my options are, and I'm happy to do either or.
Let's do the options.
You got it. Sounds good. So, and there's, in my opinion, when you're getting onto Medicare, I really don't believe that it's a positives and negative thing. I think both sides have their good and bad to them. They both have their positives and negatives. I think that an Advantage plan versus a supplement can really be looked at as apples and oranges. So I'm going to get a bigger piece of paper, actually. Because if you're anything like me, I do better seeing rather than just hearing. So I like to kind of draw it out for you and walk through it with you. There we go. A little bit easier to see. Bigger screen there, if you will. All right. So essentially, there's like I mentioned, there's two ways a person can go. So Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage. If you can read my chicken scratch. My wife says that I need to go to penmanship school, but that's probably a story for another day. So I'll start with the supplement side because that's what Marvin already has, and then that probably might be a little bit more familiar, and then we'll go and talk
I don't
about
pay any attention to what he's got.
Okay, so
He
it's
does
probably
all
all
the-
starting from scratch then.
He does all the finances, so.
Got it. So with Medicare, everything starts with two parts of Medicare. So you always hear about all these different working parts of Medicare, right? Everything starts and kind of centers around Medicare Parts A and Medicare Part B. And you get a red, white, and blue stock card from the government. It looks kind of like this.
Okay.
What that gives a person is medical coverage. Medicare Part A typically comes at no cost, as long as either you or your spouse has worked for at least 10 years of your life. Most people have. Medicare Part B, on the other hand, has a premium to it. So people always say, I thought Medicare was free. I thought I paid into Medicare my whole life. Well, Medicare, the FICA taxes that somebody paid for pays for this guy, not for this guy. The best way I can explain A and B is they kind of fit like two pieces of a puzzle that work together to give you medical coverage. They both cover different things, but together they're going to give you hospitalization coverage, doctor's coverage, surgeries, durable medical equipment, and essentially medical coverage in general. But they don't give you 100% medical coverage. They're typically going to cover about 80%. And with Medicare, most insurances have what's known as like stop losses or max out of pockets, and they're going to essentially prevent you from having to pay too much over the course of the year. They have like a safety blanket. Medicare doesn't. So the 20% could be anything. Someone could have a $100,000 bill and walk out paying $20,000, for example. Also, Medicare A and B on its own doesn't have any prescription coverage, dental, vision, hearing, any of that fun stuff. So those are essentially the holes we need to fill in. You could look at Medicare like Swiss cheese. It's full of holes. And sometimes we got to fill in some of those holes. So when someone goes with a supplement plan, they get a secondary insurance. That's what a Medicare supplement really is. I'll say MedSup. And that Medicare supplement's job is to pay the 20% that Medicare leaves behind in the medical. And that's really all that it does. The rule of thumb with a Medicare supplement plan is that if it's going to pay on a claim or a bill, Medicare has to cover it first. It has to be a Medicare approved charge. If Medicare doesn't cover it, well, the supplement's not going to cover it either. So since Medicare doesn't cover the prescriptions, the dental, those kind of things, neither does the supplement. The supplement's primary and really only job is to pay that 20% on the medical side. And a supplement is going to cost typically, depending on the plan you get here in Utah, probably anywhere between $80 a month and maybe $130. Just kind of depends. I'd say a good estimate for one of those is probably $100, but it could be less. It just depends on the type of plan somebody wants. But just so we have a nice round number to work with. Now, with a Medicare supplement plan, these are purchased through private insurance companies, of course, like Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's who Marv's is through. Cigna, Humana, Mutual of Omaha, United Healthcare, AARP, companies like that. With a Medicare supplement plan, the way that the coverage actually works is Medicare's paying the 80%, they're paying the 20%. Between the two, you really do have full medical coverage, or very close to it. Like, I would say that, Marv, your plan right now, it's probably the best medical coverage that money can buy.
Does it cover chiropractic?
Very limited. Medicare just has a lot of limitations with chiropractic. It will cover an adjustment, usually. But it won't cover like anything above that in the chiropractor's office. Like, it won't pay for x-rays or anything like that. But it does cover an adjustment.
So Medicare does.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there the 80-20 thing on that? So that,
Yeah, typically.
And so your supplement will cover the difference.
Yes, yeah. Between the two, as long as that's all you're doing in the chiropractor's office, like let's say you go in, they crack your back and you walk out, you should have both plans participating equally to help pay for that.
But no vision, no, or prescriptions.
It's strange because there are some situations where they do provide those things. Like in the Medicare world, there's typically two types of prescriptions. You have Medicare Part D prescriptions, and I haven't gotten to that quite yet, but I will in a second. But Part D prescriptions are like things like let's say you go to the pharmacy and you fill a prescription, you take it home, you take a pill every day or something like that. That's a Part D prescription. Medicare doesn't cover those. There are something known as Medicare Part B drugs, and that falls into this. Medicare Part B drugs would be like infusions, or something like that you get in a doctor's office or a hospital, or chemo would probably be a good example for that. That is covered under Medicare. When it comes to eye, they'll cover things like cataracts or something that's a medical need, but they won't cover like a new pair of glasses or a routine eye exam or something like that. Same goes for ears. Like they won't pay to get a hearing test to see if you need a hearing aid, but they'll pay if your ear's bleeding. It depends on if it's a medical necessity or not. If that makes sense.
So hearing is not considered medical?
Not in the eyes of the government, unfortunately. To me it is, but to them probably not so much. But yeah, I mean that's really how you got to look at it with Medicare. They're always looking at it as if it's a medical need, and they look at it like if it's a health issue with your ear. Like let's say you have a punctured eardrum or something like that, they'll pay for that. If you have glaucoma or you need cataracts done or something like that, or have floaters in your eyes or anything like that, that's a medical need. But
thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something out of this. I mean, I just tried to do my very best at kind of filming as I went along throughout the week. Obviously, I would have liked to get more film, and some parts of it, actually a lot of it, we really couldn't include in the video because, we had to protect people's private information and their personal information. Also, I just tried to do everything I could to make sure that anytime I was talking about a specific insurance company, I cut that out as well, just because better safe than sorry, right? But anyway, guys, it was a good month. Not quite the exact target, but I hope this inspires you guys to kind of see what's possible. If you like this video, drop a like, comment on your thoughts on this video in the comment section, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload. And here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.